see. All right. All right, so workout for today is core for 3 rounds, and this is not for time, but just move with purpose. I'm gonna put a clock running, and I would just say like do like 30 to 45 seconds rest in between each movement, but just try to keep moving through each thing. I actually think the hollow rocks will probably be the worst out of the 3, or will get to be the worst maybe in the last round. For the hollow rocks, so you're gonna do 20 hollow rocks, 20 sit-ups, 20 bicycle sit-ups. And for the hollow rocks, really focus on kind of tucking your ribs and keeping your lower back pressed into the floor, so that you kind of have a nice V shape. And then 20 sit-ups with an ab mat if you have it, or just a rolled up towel if you don't. And then 20 bicycle sit-ups. Have you done bicycle sit-ups before?
That's the like elbow to the other knee, right?
Yep. So I can demonstrate just real quick for the people watching later.
Morning, Dana.
Morning.
Yeah, can you believe she woke up with me? So hollow rocks, just nice pressed into the floor, back and forth. Sit-ups, I don't know if you, for the support your local box for sit-ups, they did an RX version where instead of using your hands to propel you forward, you basically just went back, touched your shoulder blades, but kept your arms forward, and then sit up to touch the floor. So that's an option for people if they want to make it harder. I know you did a bunch of sit-ups yesterday, so and then bicycle sit-ups, hands behind your head, feet up, and then my right elbow goes to my left knee, left elbow goes to my right, and then it's just back and forth. So yeah, for that one, just move with purpose. Yeah, and especially since you did all those sit-ups yesterday, if you need to take a little bit longer break, it's okay. Hopefully it doesn't start cramping up on you.
Nah, it should be okay.
And then for the workout today, we're doing a 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 of a kettlebell, dumbbell, heavy object swing, and then mountain climbers. For the mountain climbers, for the reps, you're gonna be in your plank position, and then you're gonna jump your foot up like near your hand, and then jump the next one up to the left side. And so that'll be like every time you're right one, it'll be like 1, 2, 3. So it's basically like doing like 100 on each leg, 80 on each leg. So if it's easier for you to, or 100 total, yeah.
Yeah.
50 on each leg. So if it's easier for you just to count 1, 2, 3, like, I don't know, sometimes I just like to keep counting. Otherwise, if I keep like alternating, it's like,
yeah, counting gets hard. I don't know why. Like, it just does.
Yeah. What do you have? You have a dumbbell, right?
Yep.
Okay. And what is it? 30? Is it 35 or 50?
It's adjustable, so.
Okay. What do you got it set at?
I was thinking, I was gonna see how it felt when I warmed up. Either 40 or 50.
Okay.
So because I have to go rushing because I can't go overhead in the basement.
Yeah.
So.
And with a dumbbell, I wouldn't suggest going overhead with it anyway. And for I would say your options are to do to hold both hands on the top of the dumbbell, and so pick it up that way and swing there. Or you could also do one-armed swings, almost like you're doing like a really loopy snatch, and then switch arms every like 10 reps. But it's kind of up to you.
So you wouldn't suggest the both hands on the handle approach? I know some.
So I've done it both ways. The last time I did it with both hands on the dumbbell, like one of the last rounds, it slipped out of my hands, and Dana came running out of the bedroom, and because she thought I fell or something. You probably thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah, you know.
It's just like my hands get sweaty, so it's like it honestly like the hardest part of them was like the grip strength of like kind of holding it like that.
Well, and yeah, my adjustable one, as you add more, the plate stack gets thicker. So like the 50 is much harder to grip because there's a whole like another 5-pound plate basically on each side. So.
Yeah, so I would play around with it and see which one maybe feels better. Because I think even if you do it like single arm, your core is actually kind of having to like fight that to keep it from like moving. So it's a good workout either way. So
okay.
And then for people doing this later, if you have a barbell, you're going to be doing power cleans. You're going to be doing half the reps, and the weights are scaled 95-65 and RX 135-95. All right, so let's get a little warmed up here. We're going to do some butt kickers into high knees into butt kickers. Go ahead and start off. Get a time. Go ahead and high knees. Butt kickers. And high knees. Into butt kickers. Five more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're going to do death march. So you're going to have, it's hard to see. I'm going to step forward just a little bit. I'm going to keep my front leg straight as possible. My back knee is going to go soft. And I'm just going to do a nice little stretch to the toe, switch legs. I'm just going to go back and forth for like 10 to 12 reps. You should feel this in your butt and hamstring. Next, we're going to go into a plank, and we're going to do 20 shoulder taps. A good plank position, nice and slow, tap each shoulder 20 times. Matt, do you have a PVC or a broomstick? So we're going to do 20 good mornings. Again, nice and slow and controlled descent, soft knees, and then snap back up. Next, we're gonna hop down into a runner's lunge. So up down into runner's lunge, pushing the hips towards the ground. Just gonna hang out there for a minute. If you want to take your elbow and kind of push your knee out, you can. I'll go into downward dog, pedal out your calves. Did you hear that? Yeah, my foot. Then kick on up to left side or other side, runner's lunge. Matt, did you do any running wads yet this week? Did you do the 5K?
I did the 5K on Monday. So.
Oh, nice, man.
I saw you PR'd.
I did. I mean, I purposely planned like the flattest course I could find in my neighborhood, but it was so hot. Like 72 has never felt that hot as it did on like the last K of that.
Yeah.
That's awesome though. That's fun.
No, the only thing I've had to work with this week really that was different was I noticed my knees were getting really sore, and I realized it was because I sit like in like non-traditional positions since I'm not in the office. Like I'll sit with like one leg up against my chest or like cross-legged on top of my chair and things like that. So finally yesterday I was like, or 2 days ago, I grabbed some boxes and made my desk a standing desk.
Nice. My brother-in-law, so it works for Ameriprise downtown, and they like
That's
wouldn't
my
buy
work for.
him a standing desk, and so he basically took like 2 different boxes of like paper from the printing area and just like made his own.
I actually work for Ameriprise too.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, fun. I know it's a big company, so
Yeah.
but
Well, and I was only in the office for 7 weeks because I just started with them. So I was there for 7 weeks before we went work from home. So
all right, well, if you ever run into a Dan Bennett, that's my brother-in-law, and very tall, big guy, looks like an offensive lineman. And then if you ever run into a Matt Griffith, that is another defensive lineman. That's my like old coach that I still like play in a basketball league with.
Oh, cool.
Next we're gonna do a 30-second plank on our elbows. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, so find your space for the core. And I'm going to share. So I'm just going to have this timer running up. You can go right here. Or this way. You can
All right, Matt, you good to go?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Like I said, just move with purpose, 30 seconds rest in between, and kind of move at your own pace, okay? 20 hollow rocks, 20 sit-ups, 20 bicycle sit-ups. Going in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go ahead. My hips are cracking on those bicycles.
I hate hollow rocks. So much.
Yeah, they get old quick. We tried doing that one hollow rock activity or workout that was like you did 10, then rested a minute, did 15, and tried to up it. But yeah, that thing hurts quick. All right, so we'll take a minute or two here. And then if you wanna, for the warm up, just we'll do 2 rounds of 5 kettlebells or dumbbell swings, and then 5 mountain climbers. Good one for swimming.
Otherwise, I'll just do my bag.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just do that.
Get your fingers pinched in between those.
Yeah, I want to do that. Is that loud?
Do our stuff. It's not too bad.
I just basically just did a tuck. I didn't touch it.
Yeah. Actually used to do these all the time. And if you have your socks on, it's just you can just slide like back and forth. We're trying to figure out how to make the least amount of noise when we do this.
Yeah, I'm not sad we don't live on our 5th floor apartment anymore. At least one person I follow on Instagram that CrossFits somewhere in San Francisco has been doing it in their underground parking area.
Oh, man.
Like in the part that's like checked off next to the handicap spot where no one can park.
We have a nice little parking lot behind us that we go to. Like on that 72 day, we went and did kind of like a Murph workout with sprints. So just like push-ups, air squats, and then we did sprints. It was like you go, I go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's super nice because like there's no cars. So you just like, we have the whole parking lot to ourselves while we work out. The kids just like bike and scooter around.
Nice. Yeah, I have met like all of the people that live in like a mile radius of our house, I feel like now. Tina and I have been going for walks, and all of a sudden people are like sitting in their like front driveways. And I'm like, this is not something people normal, but it's like we walk by and there's like lawn chairs set up in everybody's driveways.
All right, so 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Like I tell people with these kind of workouts, don't go out too fast. Just try to keep a nice pace those first 50, 40, and then 30 mostly. And then try to pick it up and go as fast as you can, that 20, 10, whatever you got left.
Don't do what I did on the 5K and run your fastest K as your first K.
Oh, no, that sounds like a bad idea.
Well, I had positive splits the whole time. I did everything wrong as far as like, because I was just so happy. It was nice and I was running, and then
Hey, you did PR, so.
I did, but I did it in like exactly the way you're not supposed to.
All right. You ready to go? We're starting with
kettlebell swings. All right. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Nice job, Matt.
That was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be.
Agreed. The kettlebell, whatever, not really hard. The mountain climbers, surprisingly hard.
Surprisingly hard.
Never thought I'd look at that workout and be like, well, the dumbbell swings are rest.
You want to do 10 minutes of mobility? Or are you good to go?
No, I'm in for mobility.
Okay.
I can always use more.
So we're going to sit on the floor. Do the nice little groin squat. I think I'm gonna try to do the 5K maybe tomorrow. I don't know, we'll see.
I was going to do it Monday morning, and then it was raining. And so then I was like, maybe I'll do something else. So I came in the basement and just ended up doing, like, upper body dumbbell stuff, like floor press and dumbbell curls and whatever. And then I was like,
Yeah.
this will be perfect. Then I can go run later and get the whole body in. Like, plus we've been getting pizza on Monday night, so going for a run right before getting pizza is, like, the perfect balance.
Where do you guys get pizza from?
We've been getting it from Luce on Mondays because they've been having a deal where with like you get a discount on a pint of Izzy's at the same time.
Nice.
Pizza. So
What's your favorite Izzy's flavor?
we can only get the gluten-free one so Tina can have some, but there's a brown butter caramel one that's really good.
That sounds good. I'm a big salted caramel guy.
Yeah, so it's like brown butter, sea salt, and then it's got like an actual swirl of caramel through the ice cream.
Nice. Dana likes the sorbets, right? From Izzy's? Yeah. Go ahead, we'll do Indian crisscross applesauce. And then, so cross them and then just lean into it.
No, when we lived over by the Stone Arch, we used to walk across to the Izzy's, and that was like, we'd walk the dog over there, get a small Izzy's, and then walk back, and it was like 2.5 mile walk and ice cream. Like,
That's awesome. Not a bad view either.
no.
Did you guys ever go to the because they have a Stone Arch festival, right, on there?
Yeah, so we lived right on Main Street on the north side of the river there. So like all that was basically on our street. Like our street got blocked off every weekend in the summer.
That's kind of awesome.
Part of the reason we decided to move. Like eventually you get, like, it's fun, but eventually you're like, I just want to be able to like leave my house on a Saturday morning without having to worry about hitting some 5K runner. I have 2 coworkers that live down there right now, and they said it's just insane because right at 5 o'clock, everyone from all of those apartments goes outside.
I'm sure.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what Walls says maybe this Friday about if he's going to extend the old order or what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're going to go to like some of the other states that are doing the, safer at home now, where it's like businesses that don't have customer contact and whatever can reopen, but like restaurants and gyms and things like that have to either stay closed or be like, I know in Texas, they were saying it's like 25% occupancy allowed. And so most of the restaurants are like, it's cheaper for us to just stay closed and do takeout than open and only serve a quarter of the customers.
That makes sense. Go ahead and switch your legs so that your other leg's in front on the crisscross, and then same thing, just lean into it. I know, so I'm a part of an owner's page on Facebook, and I know some of the owners that are like, I think it's Georgia, that are getting to reopen. Georgia basically gave them like rules that like they have to follow, and it's basically like, I think it was like 6 to 8 members at a time can be in the gym, and then they have to like have designated areas with cleaning supplies and just making sure.
I saw one box in Colorado that's getting ready to reopen, and they shared a picture, and basically they have the floor set up in like with tape in like 6-foot cubes with 5 feet between every cube, and in each cube there's a rower and a bike and cleaning supplies, and they stay in that like each person shows up and gets assigned a spot, and
I think that's our future whenever we open, is going to be that whoever's coaching is going to have to like get the equipment out, clean it, and then as people come in, they just go to their spot, and everybody's going to have to sign in too. That'll be interesting, especially with, there's just like for fitness, you guys have like at the 4:30 and 5:30 classes are just ginormous. Like I remember walking into 4:30 for the first time, and I was like, this place is packed.
Yeah, that's like I'll also throw out that like particularly with Tina being 4 months pregnant and whatever, we're probably not going to be the first people going to do anything. Like I'm not that stir crazy or any. I mean, we're pretty lucky. We have a house. We don't have any children running around, and we both get to work from home for the foreseeable future. So like, there's really no reason for us to rush out and do anything. And I'll let everybody else rush out and then see what happens in a couple weeks. And
see when that second wave hits. Let's go ahead and go into just spread. So as wide as you can go. Man, I can barely do this. Did you do the sit and reach challenge yet?
The what?
The weekly challenge. I think one of them was a sit and reach.
Oh, yeah. I did not do that one. I didn't do well at that as a child. I'm definitely not going to do well at it now.
I could, like when I was growing up, the like presidential fitness test, like I could barely reach the board. I could do everything else in the fitness test, but I could not reach the board for the sit and reach. It was horrible.
With my legs straight out, I can touch my toe. Like I can put my hands on my feet, like
really?
Toes. But
I don't think I can still.
Once my legs move out from straight in front of me,
that's as far as I can go.
Try harder.
See, if I try harder, my knees just go up.
I can get my toes almost to my wrists.
That's pretty good.
But as soon as my legs go out at all, I'm done. Like, it only works straight on.
Yeah. One year when I won my fantasy football league, we bought Romwad for a year, and like we were pretty good at doing Romwad at least like 4 to 5 times a week. And you could definitely tell, like, if you're consistent with that stuff, you can definitely feel it. I could definitely feel it, especially in my like shoulder overhead mobility, like being able to like catch a snatch in the bottom, or even like I used to not be able to do like one armed
overhead squats with a dumbbell, and I can do those now. Or definitely something if you put in the time, you'll get a reward. But it's just, I don't know why it's so.
I love it. Tina and I try and ROM every night, so.
Nice.
Even if we just do, they put out the short ones now, which is nice. Like every routine has like a 12-minute version, which is nice.
Yeah. All right, let's go into frog. Put knees out, feet out. Oh, push your butt back. Oh. Like literally my right hip was cracking the whole time doing during mountain climbers. It was horrible.
Those single arm dumbbell swings, we'll call them, like take a decent amount of concentration so you're not like rotating sideways.
Yeah. I told you that core, it's got to keeps you stable.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't terrified that I was going to throw the weight through the computer. Although the adjustable dumbbells we have, they're great, but they have like a fat grip style handle. So everything has been interesting.
You're going to be like the one person that still has his grip strength when we come back. All right, last minute, we're going to go into core stretch. So you can either do a seal with your hips off the ground or a sphinx with your elbows on the ground, but just kind of pressing up, getting that core stretched up.
I'm a decidedly sphinx kind of a guy.
I love sphinx. Sometimes I have to force myself to do seal for a little bit.
I could tell when I started doing your class and you would do mobility that you were a ROMOD person because you definitely use the ROMOD names.
Yep.
All the yogis are like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always fun for me to go back and forth between that and yoga on Sundays and be like, oh yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah. 10 more seconds.
If we call it WOD, CrossFitters will do it. If we call it
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go. Oh. Thanks for showing up, Matt.
Thanks for doing this, guys.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah, see you tomorrow morning.
Sounds good, buddy.
Bye.